All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, episode 71, being recorded live on May 11th, 2019. That is the date today. Damn.
May the 11th be with you.
4th, 11th, what? Hold on.
That's
What are we
12.
celebrating today?
Oh,
What?
just kidding.
What?
It's the wrong day.
What? It's what is it? Belated day. I don't know.
Yeah, we completely did not mention that last week.
I think it was actually.
Hey, I did.
Yeah.
Did
I
you?
mentioned something and nobody
Okay.
responded. So
Yep. Okay, I'm
Also-
sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm of course your host Taylor, and this week I'm of course joined by Anthony. How are you?
I am fabulicious. How about that for a new
Alright.
word?
All
I don't
right.
know.
Yes. Call the
Yeah.
dictionary. Call Webster.
We have a new word submission, sir. Thank you. What have you been playing this past week?
I have been grinding through some Ace Attorney on the Switch.
Nice.
Finished the first game in about 3 days, so that was awesome. And up to the second game now, and I'm really wanting to keep on playing through the series, but I've got no real way of playing the future games apart from a term that we don't talk about on this podcast, emulation, unfortunately. But
You just talked about
Oh yeah, true. I don't think I'll be going down that route, but we'll see what happens. I might actually pick up a 3DS or something to jump
boy.
into it, like the newer ones. Or 2DS, whatever they are
2DS,
nowadays.
probably the
These
way to go.
newfangled digit things.
Mhm.
And
Cheapest
aside
option.
from that, yeah, cheapest option, I know. Aside from that, I have kind of been playing some Mario Kart 8, I think it is, on Switch as well. I haven't really been PC gaming much at all, really.
Okay.
Played a little bit of Apex Legends, and that seems to have kind of settled down a little bit now. Like, after all the whole cheating thing and like netcode dodgy issues and all that, haven't had an issue with it yet. Apart from one guy, which I discussed last week, was honing in on me and shot me through a wall, so that was awesome.
Always fun.
But it seems to be pretty decent now. Like, it's still easy to get a match, and it's still very, like, all the matches and everything are very, like, evenly paced, and it doesn't seem to be that much cheating or anything going on, which is good.
Good to hear.
So hopefully they can kind of sort all the remaining issues out that they've had and get it back on track, and hopefully it dethrones Fortnite, to be honest.
That's not gonna happen, but okay.
It had its
Yeah,
chance.
Yeah,
It had its
maybe.
chance.
Well, season 9 is absolute garbage, so
Okay.
see what happens.
All right, Andrew, how are you?
I'm doing well. How's everybody?
Good.
Decent.
Yeah. What have you been
Well-
playing this past week?
As you know, I play only the hottest new fighting games. So I am currently playing Flappy Fighter a lot
Oh,
on
that
my
deserves a Google.
iOS.
Oh,
Is a
Is it
Oh,
like
no.
is it like a sequel to Flappy Bird?
it features Flappy
my
Bird.
God, this looks
characters.
amazing.
So,
this looks amazing.
it's actually really well done. It's incredibly well done, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, how do I explain this? It's a fighting game, but basically you play as like the Flappy Bird character who's just like buff, which is hilarious. And like you have 4 buttons. It's like one is like a weird like spin kick, like Ryu. It's like your Ryu. You get like a
Okay.
spin kick, you get a jump kick, you get a fireball, and you get like an uppercut.
Okay.
And they're all mapped to one button. But you can like cancel, and you get a super, so you can like cancel and do like huge combos. It's actually really stupid, but really fun. And,
Okay.
And the voice acting is really good. If you haven't heard like the guy yelling, like whatever he's yelling, I don't know what they're saying, but it's
Okay.
Can we just acknowledge the fact that this guy, the main character in the game, is basically just a really, really buff Ryu, but with a Flappy Bird head?
Yeah.
And from like the few pictures I've seen, I think that's the only game I've ever wanted.
it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a good time with that game.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have to look this one up.
There's no online or anything, so it's just like you playing
Oh,
computer.
okay.
But it looks like the developer is gonna try and like do some stuff. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
Awesome.
But yeah, there's a trailer for it in the Twitch chat, so enjoy, have a watch.
There you go.
All right.
And
Wow.
now I'm getting it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That and a little. I finished my book, so I'm good. I'm cruising along.
Okay. Awesome. And then, what the hell is this guy doing here?
I don't know.
You don't even work here anymore.
I accidentally fell. No, I don't work here, but you can't keep me away. It's a good podcast, and I like being on it. No,
Okay.
hi, I'm Ethan. I've been writing for another site to Infinite for a little while, but I still enjoy being on the podcast.
For like
It's a good
3
time.
days.
Yeah.
A little while,
Yeah.
like 3 days.
I don't know.
Okay.
I said a little while. Whatever. Games I've been playing though, in between writing and studying for a Calculus 2 final exam, I've been sticking with my beat with Dark Souls, basically. Very, very close to finishing the game. I think I just got the DLC stuff to go through, which is strangely hidden. Really kind of hidden in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird deal. But anyway, I'm close to finishing that one up.
Have
so
you
that's
fought
about all I've
Sif
been
yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I fought Sif. I went to Gwyn, but
okay.
I parried him with him for a little while, and then I was like, oh wait a second, there's still more stuff to do here. I should go check that out. So
Okay. Awesome.
anyway, yeah, that's all I've been doing.
Yeah. All right. So how is it working for the sketchiest gaming site on the net?
The sketchiest one.
I mean,
Fortune?
ending in ending in .net in 2019, man. I don't know. I don't know what are they pushing there.
Where they put me there? Oh, I'm just writing news articles, just writing. I've written a couple features at this point. One actually about Dark Souls. So
Okay.
yeah, it's a good time over there. It's definitely a very good time. I bet
they don't have a Power Up podcast. We have a Power Up podcast though.
They do not have a Power Up podcast. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they have a podcast?
I don't think so. No, their
Oof.
YouTube channel isn't super active. They're mostly just
Okay.
a website. So yeah.
Oof. Okay.
It's good
Stay
times.
away.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it's a .net too. Okay.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. I think you're forgetting about the time that I worked for 8chan though. That was probably the sketchiest time I've ever been on the internet.
Wait.
That was a
what?
joke. I've never been on 8chan.
Oh, okay. I was like,
before.
what?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
Oh wait, I can't fire him anymore.
I was like, oh, wait, okay, this is a story, but no, okay, it was
No.
only a meme.
No.
Okay.
No. Yes, it's definitely a meme.
Okay.
That's all I have to say. You should move on from me.
All right, cool. This past week, I don't know how to like say what I've been playing. I've been jumping around a bunch of stuff or whatever, you know. I found myself playing a little bit of Breath of the Wild earlier this week.
Always a good decision.
Yeah, very good decision. Except for Master Mode. Like a Lionel on like Master Mode can like honestly just go away. I don't care. Or whatever those
You have
things
to-
are called, like the
Yeah.
force
You
lines.
have to beat the game to do that, or is that like a thing?
I don't know.
No, you could just buy the DLC. And
Oh, you can just buy it.
get-
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Master Mode. Yeah,
Yeah.
those gold Lionels are super freaking
Yeah.
intimidating. Definitely.
Yeah, and it's, I don't want to talk about that. Okay. Let's see. I watched the God of War documentary that came out
Oh,
yesterday.
the Kratos and
Hey,
Raising
yeah.
Kratos? Is that
Yeah,
what it's
Raising
called?
Kratos.
Yeah.
I saw that drop and I was like, oh, this is my afternoon now, isn't it? Yep.
How long is it?
2 hours.
Oh wow.
It's like
Yeah,
it's like an
like-
hour 56.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Whatever. Yeah, effectively 2 hours. You know, it's really good though. I liked it a lot. And it's
I agree.
like, yeah, to make like a game that rates a perfect 10, it requires a lot of sacrifices. So,
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I like.
Man, that guy Cory Barlog, he has been going all around the internet. He's really been doing a good job of making himself this public front-facing figure of the
Huh.
of God of War, even more so than Kratos almost, which is kind of funny. But anyway,
I think one of my favorite takeaways from the documentary was that it was originally planned to take place in Egypt.
yeah, I heard something about that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so main site is of course cultureofgaming.com. We have a community Discord, a link to which you can find on the right-hand sidebar of the site. You have to scroll down just a hair for the invite, and then yeah, join that. Talk to every one of us you see on the podcast, even the people who are not currently employed, because it is a community podcast.
Yes, it
All right.
is.
Yeah, and then we got two Facebooks going on. We got facebook.com/cod.net and facebook.com/powerpod, and then Twitter @COGDOTNET, Instagram @cultureofgaming, youtube.com/cultureofgaming, twitch.tv/cultureofgaming, myspace.com/powerpod. You guys, the audience, can ask us any questions as we are live through any one of the aforementioned channels, although we would much prefer it if you said it in the live Twitch chat, on Twitter, or on our community Discord in the little section we have off for it. You'll see it in the chat channels. All right, so getting right into the gaming news. Sony had their State of Play, the second one that they've ever done, I guess,
Yes.
earlier this week. We got some pretty cool stuff of it. Just to recap briefly, we got Monster Hunter World Iceborne, which looks like this massive expansion. The remake for Medi Evil, which is like this kind of old hack and slash that was on the PS1 back in the 90s. That's releasing just in time for Halloween this year, so like October 25th, I think is the exact date or so. There's a Days of Play Special Edition PS4, which if you really liked Sony branding, you should probably pick this up. It has cool like the triangle, circle, X, and square branded on
It's
top
cross.
of it.
It's cross. Everybody knows. It's not X, it's cross.
Okay,
is
sorry.
cross,
Whatever.
What?
Whatever.
That's what they call it. They call it cross, not X.
Okay.
What?
Get it right, Taylor.
Because it's
Get it
supposed to
right,
be all
man.
shapes,
He's
right? It's supposed to be all
alive.
shapes, right?
I mean, X isn't really that's not the thing. And like, I guess it's a thing. But
There's the
anyway.
X button on the
That's-
Switch. There's the X button on my phone. There's the
It's
X button
circle,
on the...
X, square, triangle.
Where's
Look it
the
up,
X
dude.
button on your
Cross.
phone at?
I don't care. What is it? Nah.
Do you want me to pull up a keyboard right now? And I'll show you
What?
the
Yeah,
X.
okay. Well, all right. Keyboard doesn't count.
Okay. Okay. Deal with that semantics. And then this seemed kind of interesting to me. The Predator Hunting Grounds game. You guys?
Yeah.
see
Is
that?
this wait? Is this actually relating to Predators?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
like
like
the
the
Arnold-
Predator.
If you read my article on cultureofgaming.com recapping the state of play, you would know.
I'm sorry, I didn't have a chance.
But yes, it is that same Predator of Arnold Schwarzenegger movie fame. Okay,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
so
Okay.
it's being described as an asymmetrical multiplayer experience. So it's basically you got this this squad of 4 players who are acting cooperatively with each other as like the Marines of the universe or whatever, versus 1 player who's Predator, who's the Predator.
Oh, so it's evolve.
Well, I
Sure.
mean, yeah,
Yeah,
they haven't
sure.
really shown any gameplay yet,
Mm-hmm.
No.
so we don't know if it's more than one more than 4 people take on a predator, or more than one predator. We have no idea.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. From the screenshots it showed, though, the environment seems pretty cool. It's kind of the classic jungle, although I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out to be a little bit more of a Battle Royale sort of style map, where there might be a few different regions to it, or, like, different environments to really take place in. Although, then
Yeah.
again, they do have to, like, limit the size, or else, like, the game will just drag on for, like, hours, right?
Mhm.
It's like, okay.
I just need there to be like a really cool like hand. You guys have seen Predator, I'm assuming,
I have.
I have.
where they like high five each other and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah. I just need
Yeah.
that to be
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
opening, and then we're good. I'll buy it.
Sylvester Stallone wasn't in that, was he?
No,
Okay,
it
it was
was
just-
No,
Arnold.
that's Rambo.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Rambo.
Schwarzenegger. There's a governor in that. There's
Yeah.
2 governors in that movie, I think. Yeah.
Jesse
Yeah.
Ventura.
Jesse the Body Ventura,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
the old wrestler.
Okay, that's what I was
yeah.
thinking of, yeah. Alright.
Mhm.
Did they ever make a Terminator game by any chance?
Oh, they
Yes.
made a lot of Terminator
Yes.
games. Yeah.
Okay.
None of them are very good, I don't
No.
think.
I think the best ones to be found at the arcade when it's like they have.
Oh
that,
yeah,
like,
like
plastic
that's probably
battery
the
shooting
big
at
the big gigantic gun. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's pretty good.
It's kinda
There
nice.
was 1 or 2. That's about all I remember. Yeah.
Okay.
What's that?
They should make a good Terminator game. How about that? That'd be fun.
They should
I mean,
make
they
a Terminator
should make-
movie too, but they haven't done that in years either.
And they
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I hated Genesis from the get-go just because of how it was spelled. Anyway,
Mm.
Anthony, what were you gonna say?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, most video game, movie video games are bad. I.e., like every Marvel game ever, and every like
It's
other.
fighting words.
It's a hot
The
take.
I mean,
Warriors.
it's true. It's
Play the
true.
Warriors. That game's good.
Maybe.
Okay. Okay. Just gonna let that one sit there.
I
And
mean,
then-
any game that has a story, in a
Okay.
sense, like any Marvel story game is what I'm saying. Like, sure, a fighting game's a fighting game. It's pretty, in my opinion, it's pretty easy to do a fighting game because it's kind of the same stuff. I'm sorry, Andrew, if you don't agree, but whatever.
I thought the.
it's-
Go ahead. No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's. I mean, some of their fighting games are pretty good, at least.
Yeah, they have some really good
I'll
fighting
give
games.
you that.
X-Man versus Street Fighter, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I like the Alien vs Predator game that came out like 2009 or 2010 or so, maybe. That was.
Alien-
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Then I was
I don't
I was
remember
somewhat
that
young.
one,
when I
Oh
played
yeah,
it.
I remember
I was
that.
somewhat young when I played it, so maybe it's a little bit roasted in goggles. Had a really unique multiplayer though. Yeah.
It's quite good, I believe.
What
Okay.
is it?
Interesting.
Yeah. And then Alien Isolation, I always thought was good.
Yeah, there's one. That's
Yeah,
one
mine-
that got at least online. That one was pretty popular.
Yeah.
I like that game.
You didn't like it,
I mean, I don't like those types of games where you just run and hide. It's not, I'm not
Oh,
a fan.
okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just like the whole genre.
And then
I.e. fighting games.
and then River Bond, which is kind of more to the games that were shown off State of Play. It was really short. It was like 13 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I think Disney's that front time. River Bond, that was like a minute and a half or so trailer. That was previously announced. It's coming out fairly soon this year. I think it's just like later this summer. So within the next couple months, it's like this voxel dungeon crawler is the way it's being described. But they showed off. There's a bunch of like they made a bunch of deals with like other indie titles or like smaller titles like Guacamelee, Shovel Knight, etc. And it's just like
nice.
you can get like character skins for the River Bond character based on those games.
Nice.
So yeah, that was a fun little announcement. And then I guess this is the one that everyone is talking about. Final Fantasy VII Remake. We finally heard from it. It is very much alive, and my God, is it gorgeous! Like,
Yeah.
that is
Really
beautiful looking. Absolutely beautiful looking game.
Cloud still looks as emo as ever.
Yeah.
Gotta be the hair.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. 100%. No. It looks great.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good. I don't know how hot I am on the fighting mechanics of the new Final Fantasy games still yet. I realize most people aren't as fond of the turn-based stuff of the original Final Fantasy 7 and 6 and Days Gone, but yeah, I don't know. This one seems a lot more action-oriented. I'm not sure if I'm as much into that. I don't know what your guys' read on it is.
It looked like to me. It looked a lot like it would play like Nier Automata.
Yeah,
Mm.
similar to that.
That's
More hack
yeah,
and
that's,
slashy, maybe.
yeah, that's kind of what I got the vibe from it. I really like Eris's design though. I really like how they brought her into the modern way.
Sure.
People are gonna call you out for not saying Aerith.
I'm sorry, Aerith. My bad. I always get that. I honestly always get that screwed up if it's not like super present in my
Yeah.
mind.
It's a really strange deal.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough.
So
I don't know. I haven't played a Final Fantasy game. The only one I've played is 10.
Okay.
I've always wanted to go back to the old Final Fantasies, but because of kind of my age, it's always been difficult with getting your hands on older consoles, and then because we kind of skipped over the PS2 and jumped straight into the PS3. So I reckon it's great that they're bringing it back. And what's it coming for? It's coming for
PS4.
Probably
Every-
PS4,
Everything.
PS4 only.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Is
it's
PS4?
exclusive.
Oh, damn.
Huh.
Damn.
It might be an exclusive.
I don't know if it is or not, but
Okay. I'm honestly surprised. I don't know. We got. It told us we would get more details in June.
yeah.
We would get
Square's
more-
doing a E3 thing, so
Yeah. Okay. So we'll probably get more details there. I wonder if we'll get a
It's-
release date at that point, because like I look at it like this. Unless they make, or we know it's gonna be still be episodic in nature, right? So it's, I
Mhm.
didn't release bits and pieces of it.
Mhm.
I wonder if they're gonna maintain the schedule so that it's like the full game is out before the PS5 comes out. You know,
Yeah.
maybe.
that's kind of a concern of mine actually. It's just like we'll just dip into the PS5's life cycle.
Huh? It's a good point. I don't know. Yeah, that's a little tough to call for sure. I know Square Enix just takes a really flippin' long time with their games, so yeah, I'd say probably more than likely it's going to be on PS5.
Okay. And I mean, remember when this game was first shown off too?
Gosh, yeah.
2000, what?
11, I think.
2015?
15?
11. Oh,
Was it
really?
that long ago?
I think.
I didn't
Wait,
think it
was
was
it
11.
15?
I thought it was 2015 was the first trailer, yeah.
I thought it was
So.
12 or 11. I'm probably completely wrong, but whatever.
It's been a hot
Probably
minute.
probably wrong.
Let's see.
According
I'm looking.
to the Wikipedia, in 2014 maybe? Oh no, it was
Yeah.
announced in 2015. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, fair
hold on. Okay. Demands for and rumors of a remake for Final Fantasy VII grew in the wake of both a PS3 tech demo that was shown at the 2005 E3, showcasing the opening of 7 with the company's new Crystal Tools engine, and the game's impending 10th anniversary in 2007. On both occasions, it was stated by Square Enix that no remake was in development. Despite continued demands and rumors spread by staff messages within compilation titles, various reasons were given for why a remake was not being developed. These reasons included wanting a contemporary title to best the sales and popularity of 7, to wish to focus on new titles, necessity. A remake was initially attempted in the early 2000s, The remake project finally began when Final Fantasy producer Shinji Hashimoto broached the subject to Kitase, Nojima, and Nomura. All three were reaching a stage of life that they defined as that age. All felt that if they waited much longer, they might not be alive or would be too old to develop a remake to 7. And passing on the project to the new generation not feel right. Just tell me the date, bro. Oh my god. The game reached the full development stage by late 2015. Okay.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so it was probably shown off around then. I thought it was much earlier. For whatever reason, I have some memory of rumors. Okay, rumors began circulating in 2014. Remake was officially announced at the 2015 E3 Expo. So who originally called 2015?
I think me and Ethan said that.
Good job. You win.
It's a couple of us.
You win.
We won.
Yeah,
You win.
you win. Okay. All right.
Final Fantasy VII is this weird little beast because it's an incredibly important game, especially for the PlayStation, especially for Sony. People have, I think, more in recent years than anything, have kind of criticized it for not aging super well, unfortunately.
I
So
don't think any of the Final Fantasy games really have. Like, people, I don't know, it's like,
it's tough.
like heavy turn-based RPGs like that are kind of a difficult sell nowadays.
It definitely is. I think if you go back to Final Fantasy VI, that's a good one. But
Okay.
yeah, FF7, it's definitely a big hard sell today. Nonetheless, it was very, very important for the time, and seeing a remake for a game as big as this is going to be very exciting, very cool.
Okay. So, Anthony, do you plan on playing this at all? Does it look enticing
It's
enough?
PS4 exclusive.
Oh, that's right. That's
My
the
hopes
vector.
and dreams are dashed.
Okay.
Looks like I'm gonna have to pick up a PS4 as well.
Okay. F.
I don't know, like the whole when it's going to be releasing before PS5 and all that kind of stuff. I think they really need to get it out late this year in order for it to really kind of take off. Because PS5 is supposed to be coming. When do they reckon? Like July or something, don't they?
20,
Like rumor mill.
2020 or so.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2020 next year.
Seems to be the favorite date. Yeah.
Apparently. So, I mean, they really need to get it out at least like 6 months or so before the PS5 drops, I reckon.
Okay. Andrew,
So-
what do you think?
I mean, I'm probably not going to play it, to be honest with you. I
Okay.
have no affinity for any Final Fantasy games. I played Final Fantasy VII when I was a child, and that's not a good game to play when you're a child.
It's
Okay.
fair.
Because
very good point.
it's very confusing.
Does Final Fantasy VII have the bath scene where it's like you have to, you're asked to bathe dudes or something?
Oh, I think, yeah, you can like cross-dress, I think, in that.
Okay.
that game. Yeah.
That's
It's a little
that game.
different.
Okay. That's
I
that
can't
game.
remember it
Okay.
quite exactly.
Okay.
You have to
Ethan,
threaten a dude.
yeah,
Say
Ethan,
what?
are you excited for this, the remake at all? Do you plan on picking it up?
Probably. Yeah, I'd imagine just to see where it goes. Like I said, I don't know if I've been the biggest fan of where Final Fantasy is headed in the last few years or so, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I've heard Final Fantasy VI. I think 6 is very good.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, that's the only one I've really played and gotten all the way through. And I can
Okay.
confirm it. It's very good. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know. I would probably look into this. I've never really played an actual like mainline Final Fantasy game outside of the MMO. So
Okay, gotcha.
yeah, and
That was
which-
always a weird deal to me. Why is that like a numbered
14.
sequel? Why is it not like Final Fantasy Online or
well,
something?
technically there's two, right? There was Final
Okay.
Fantasy 11
Yeah,
online, and then
11.
they just said, okay, let's
Yeah.
drop the online moniker. Let's do Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
That's really strange to me.
yeah.
But
So yeah, I don't know. I might pick this up, try and get into it. I don't know. I've tried to push myself into a batch over the years, but it's just like they're just so dense to get into. You know, it's like
that's a good point.
yeah, and then it's like
Yes.
the earlier ones are turn-based.
Yeah, don't let that be too much of a turnoff. I really think of the SNES games, there are FF6 specifically, probably some of the best story in any Super Nintendo game. Although, yeah, it can be very grindy. I think that game took maybe like 50, 60 hours to get all the way
Oh,
through.
God.
It's a real big one, especially for a Super Nintendo game. If you ever have the option between Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy VI, definitely play Chrono Trigger. I hope they
I
remake
played
that.
I
Chrono
agree.
Trigger though. I played Chrono Trigger.
Say what?
I played Chrono Trigger though, but
Not a fan?
Huh?
No, not a fan?
no, I am. I'm a decent.
Huh.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I'm sorry. I'm a little bit tired, so if it sounds a little bit like depressing about something, yeah, because
Yeah, I played
I'm
that. I
legitimately
really
trying to fix
enjoyed
my
it.
sleep schedule.
Fair
I
enough.
was-
Yes,
yeah,
maybe you
so-
should. Yeah, I should do
Yeah.
that too.
Anyway, so yeah, and then anyone Monster Hunter fans here enough for Iceborne? No. Okay.
I wish I was.
I
Monster Hunter,
own.
I don't know.
I've heard the world is really, really good.
Yeah, I own World on PS4 and PC, but I haven't even touched it yet. Like, I
Really?
made my character and got through the opening sequence, and I just like, yeah, no.
I like that cat.
Yeah, the cat.
That
cat's
cat.
Cat's
Yeah.
cool.
Cool. Yeah. You look-
A lot of cats.
You did to like make your own cat at the beginning. It's part of the character customization. He's like your little companion, follows you around.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I played
cool.
a few Monster Hunters on PSP, and were they on? I don't think they were on Vita.
There was,
Um,
I guarantee you, there's at least 2 on Vita.
No, I don't think there are. Yeah, they're
Really?
because that was like when 3DS was a thing, and they were making for 3DS. There was that game
Ah, yeah,
Soul
that's right.
Sacrifice, which was like the Vita version
Let's
of
see.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I got Monster Hunter Frontier on PS Vita.
Oh, really? Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Frontier Z.
So I
PS
don't know.
Vita.
They were very kind of grindy then, like the whole, to me at least, like the whole, come back to your base, deliver your whatever it is that
Sure.
you've, slain, and then go back out and run for 20 minutes to get to an area. I mean, if they've kind of shrunk down the world a bit and made it where, you can kind of get areas a lot quicker, then I'd look at picking it up. I want to pick it up, but I haven't gotten around to it.
Well, Iceborne probably won't solve that problem because Iceborne,
Sure.
which is, Capcom is calling it like a mega expansion for the
Mhm.
game, and it's like they're introducing the new region is called Hoarfrost, and they're saying it's the largest region in the game.
Hmm.
So
Yikes.
yeah,
Well, I mean, you should also preface that by saying Monster Hunter World is supposed to be the most approachable of the series, right? Like
Yes.
they did it, yeah.
Mhm.
So
yeah.
with that
It's
in
like,
mind,
How much?
It plays like a traditional open world RPG. Like, that's-
Is
Okay.
it? Is this DLC or is this like a game plus?
It's gonna
like
be
a-
it's gonna be
DLC.
DLC. Yeah, so you can buy like the DLC itself or the expansion as they call it.
Yeah.
They're
like
kind of going the MMO
$60
model with it, minus the subscription. It's like $40 or $50 for
Wow.
just the DLC. Although they're doing a Master Edition for $60, which has both Iceborne and the base game
Huh.
bundled into it. And then
Weird.
yeah, and then they have like deluxe SKUs of it. All.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
still $84 here, Monster.
I'm sorry.
Mm.
Yeah, for exact pricing, go check the State of Play Roundup article on cultureofgaming.com. All
Do
right.
it.
That's, yeah. Anything to say about State of Play? Somebody's State of Play? How? I just made. I guess maybe
this one.
Go ahead.
The first one that they did, I think the big criticism around that was that it was a little lesser. There wasn't too much they were showing. This one, they definitely upped their game a lot. If they continue going at this pace, I think State of Play might have a future, possibly.
So it was an improvement over the other one they did.
I think
Seems like
so.
it.
I also
Yeah.
think it was nice they got in front of it and they were like, "There is no PS5 stuff here. Do not even."
Don't you think about it.
Yeah,
Nothing.
It's not
Nothing.
happening.
I know.
We will show off these things. We
Yeah.
will show off Medieval, and we will show off a new IP.
It's it's summertime. People are hyped for those game announcements or console announcements because E3 is in the air. Which, by the way, we will be doing predictions. Maybe not next week, but the week after for E3. We kind of want to,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit closer to the show. So, or maybe to the show itself. So, yeah. If you had to give a grade to the State of Play, what would it be? I would say I don't know, B- maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. I'd say B-.
B,
It's
maybe
like
a B. It's
yeah.
fine.
Okay.
If you take out the Final Fantasy VII remake, what's the score then?
Oh, I don't even care about the Final Fantasy. That's
Okay.
a B.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I would still say B actually. I think I don't know, Iceborne is a good thing to show off. Some people, and I thought Predator was interesting.
Predator's
interesting to show
cool,
off,
yeah.
too. So, yeah, I honestly couldn't care less about Medi Evil.
Yeah,
or
Medieval's a
Revolves.
weird game. You can go play it on like a PS Vita, maybe even on PS4. It's funky, but it's got a lot of character to it. So I guess that's what they're leaning on.
Okay.
So we'll see.
All right. Cool. So, Andrew, we got another game announcement. What was this? Oh,
We did well.
Thursday, Friday.
It was the main announcement was Thursday. However, we got
Okay.
a little sneak preview on Wednesday, I think. was it?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Well, so Ghost Recon, the new Ghost Recon,
Yes.
from Ubisoft, which my partner works at. I have to disclose that information. I knew nothing about this game beforehand.
Okay.
Let's put that out there. She doesn't tell me anything.
Yep.
So
She's
Yeah.
good about not breaking that NDA.
yes. However, yeah, I think Ubisoft they like accidentally leaked their own game pretty much. They just like it came up on a storefront like a German in like German.
Of course
something.
it did.
Yeah, so people like knew what like the name of it was, but that was about it. But anyway, so after that they did a whole thing on Thursday. And it looks pretty cool. I don't know if you guys watched the entire thing.
When I saw you mention something about it in the Discord, I pulled it up and I was like, oh, this seems cool.
Yeah, so it's like basically a sequel to Wildlands, but not a sequel to Wildlands. So they're using like a lot of the same stuff. They're using like looks like an open world. The open world looks hilarious, in like the best way possible because like, yeah, we got snow, we got a jungle, we got an active volcano. It's like, okay, like.
So what part of the world is this?
Yeah, it's like on some fictional island, you know. I think they learned their lesson about putting it in the real place after Wildlands they got Bolivia was not happy because it was set in Bolivia, and they were like, hey, we don't just have drug cartel people here. So yeah, it's like a fictional, like basically like an Elon Musk like island full of drones. You know, like that millionaire that wanted to do like a battle royale island IRL. This is like the type of island you would put the battle royale on. You know? Exactly. Okay. It's super video gamey.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, you know, I didn't particularly like Wildlands. I thought it was kind of stiff and the driving was not fun. But this one looks a lot cooler. Like, you know, they're really leaning on like survival. It looks like you're gonna get injured. You have to like heal yourself.
Yeah, it looks like a survival FPS or third-person shooter. Sorry.
Yeah.
Shooter.
And like they're like even like so as far as like when you play single player, instead of just giving you AI like buddies, they give you like drones instead. So like you won't have like AI buddies. You have like 3 other drones you can like use to like sync up to the sync shot thing if you've played Wildlands. But yeah, I don't know. Like I'm like. I really like Graw, like
yeah.
You know, I was a big fan of Ghost Recon, like Advanced Warfighter, 360 and stuff like that.
The Future Soldier was good too.
Yeah, totally. So I don't know, like seeing like a new Ghost Recon, and I'm being like actually kind of excited for it. Like I like the character designs and everything. It just looks like, I don't know, actually interesting. Whereas like Wildlands, I was just like, oh boy.
I thought really long and hard about picking up Wildlands, but I could just never spend like the 30 or 40 bucks on it, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't know.
I bought it because like when they did their PvP stuff, because I wanted to see if it was like, I don't know, I like third-person shooters, and like third-person PvP is not like a thing that happens too much these days, I feel like. So I picked it up when that happened, and like I played it for like, I don't know, a couple hours, and I tried to play single player, and I'm like, oh, I'm just like falling off of my motorcycle every 2 seconds. So,
oh no. Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of falling off my motorcycle. Well, I was also being an idiot, but that's not the point.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, it looks interesting, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully we can check this out at E3. I'm not sure if they'll be there or not. I'm assuming they will be.
Yeah.
Ubisoft, yeah, they should be.
Yeah. So we'll probably hear more about it then, but it's announced for October 4th. So
okay. Pretty
soon. Not a whole lot of time, which I appreciate in between the announcement and the actual game coming out. But yeah, so do you guys play like these, like, I don't know, they're not loot shooters, but they're like, get your friends together, let's dork around in this open world and just like shoot stuff.
The vibe I got from it was like, it seemed like a mix of Rainbow Six Siege and Division 2. That's kind of the vibe I got of it. Because it didn't seem as like MMO-y or Destiny-like as, say, Division 2. And it certainly doesn't. It's certainly not a first-person shooter, and it didn't seem as tactical as Rainbow Six Siege might be. So it seemed like it's kind of an interesting balance there. As for it's like, would I reasonably pick this up with co-op? I don't know. If all my friends got into it, I might, but it would be dependent on them and if it would be something we would actually play, you know?
Yeah.
The co-op experience in terms of action game I have with them outside of CSGO is Arma 3, and that can get a little bit kind of insane, a little intense, a little insane. And then like Arma 3 has such a steep learning curve to it. It's just like, you know, got a buddy who's like picking up for like the first hour or so. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? You need to hit this button. Hitting this button does nothing. Oh, sorry, I rebound it. I don't know what that default key is. Do you want? How about you just rebind everything to what I have so we're on the same page? It's better, okay? Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
That's fair.
Yeah. Ethan, what do you think?
I'm not the biggest fan of realistic military shooters. It's just not really my thing. I find them to be a little exhausting. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Enough.
not really my.
There's enough war going on in the real life.
Sure, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it certainly seems. How many different Tom Clancy franchises are there at this point?
There's End War, which hasn't been touched in years. Splinter Cell,
Okay.
which is not totally dead, I guess.
Yeah.
Hope not.
Hope not. Yeah.
Rainbow Six.
Yeah. Rainbow Six.
Division.
Ghost Recon. Division.
The yeah.
Red 5.
Hawks.
Yeah,
as
Hawks. That still exists.
What? Was there? You said Endgame already, right?
End War.
End War.
Yeah.
Or End War?
Yeah. I really want a sequel to that, by the way. Tom
I'm
Clancy.
sure there-
It's called Tom Clancy's
Wow.
Infinity War.
Tom Clancy's
Tom-
Tom Clancy.
Yeah. Okay. Tom Clancy games. Anthony, I don't know.
Oh,
What do you
yeah,
think?
there-
What do you
I
think?
forgot about this.
I'm on it.
We
Okay.
got Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell, End War, HOTS, The Division, and that's it. Yeah, we got all sets.
Oh, there's
wow.
Jack Ryan. There's the Patriot games.
those
there's
are like movies.
those are
They
books.
books.
I know.
Yeah, movies.
I know.
So, Hawks. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got all sets. Good job, guys.
Oh, that's pretty.
But I had. So, End War isn't classed as a series.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, it's got his name on it, right?
It's classed as other games.
I am on the
ahead,
Wikipedia
Tim.
page for Tom Clancy.
So am I.
And I got End War series.
Yeah, other games. Red Storm Rising, SSN, Politica, whatever that is, Ruthless.com,
Oh, did
Shadow
we-
Watch, and M War.
The Division is. Did we say that?
Yeah, we got it.
Oh,
It says
Division
End
series.
War series on my page.
Tom
Do you
Clancy's
want a
doing lot of-
screenshot?
I'll link you what I'm
Wikipedia.
reading.
Tom Clancy's Politica. Or
Okay.
Like
Yeah, see the bottom area?
Okay, you know
Tom
what?
Clancy's video games.
Yeah, do you want here? Anthony, is Breakpoint, does that look good to you? It's not locked behind a PS4, so...
Okay, so is it... A couple of questions that I have. Is it... It's not multiplayer only, is it?
No.
No.
So you can
Okay.
play it like by yourself.
Imagine
The
that get
drones.
lonely, though.
Yeah, it seems not the best way to play that.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it offers a bit of a single player experience, then I was very into the whole Tom Clancy series. Really, I really like M War, really like Hawks, Rainbow Six. I'm not that good at, but I still enjoyed it.
Mhm.
And a couple of other series, and I've always liked Ghost Recon as well. I've played a couple of them, and I mean, I would definitely pick it up. I reckon.
I've read quite a few of his books, and then the Hunt for Red October movie is really good. That's Sean Connery.
Yeah, that's really
Sean
good.
Connery one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
check it out.
Mm.
Do you think he died back in 2013? Do you think he even realized like kind of the influence of his games at that point? What Ubisoft took his brand and
No,
Totally,
because the only like redeeming one at that time was Splinter Cell, and Rainbow
Really?
Six,
Okay.
and Rainbow.
Yeah, Rainbow,
Six.
yeah.
stood
Rainbow
pretty-
Six
Hawks was good. Hawks was good
Okay.
back then.
I mean, like
So he had
widely
three
acclaimed,
decent series.
widely acclaimed though. You know, it's just
Oh,
like
yeah, for
Splinter
sure.
Cell was pretty much the only one that was super talked about. Occasionally, you might get the guy that was like, "Oh, I really like Rainbow Six," because I don't know.
Mm.
It
Vegas.
was a big game on N64.
Okay.
I feel like.
Yeah, Vegas 2 though released what, like
Oh, that's
2009 or so. Vegas?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
That was a good game
A little
too.
bit
I'm
older.
really fascinating in video game series that are based off of like not even like specifically movies, but novels and stuff that came before them, like The Witcher, Tom Clancy,
Okay.
Tony Hawk,
Tony Hawk.
Metro. Tony Hawk, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
just
a
like
licensed thing.
the man. We were basing our video game off the man.
That's reasonable, I
Basically, right?
guess. I
He-
don't know.
Yeah, reasonable.
He
Yeah.
did this. Yeah,
Yeah.
he probably did all that stuff.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What's another example of that? I know there's a few.
There's gotta be more.
American McGee. Have you guys?
Yes,
know about
okay.
that?
Okay.
Have not know.
Sid Meier is Pirates.
Yeah,
yes.
that's a good
Pirate.
point.
Isn't Alpha
Yeah.
Centauri also based off a book too? That was
I don't know.
done. Okay, I don't know. I could be wrong on that.
Spec Ops: The Line apparently is based off a book.
Okay.
Really?
I know that.
Parasite Eve.
I've heard that. Do we want to count manga as being?
Wasn't
based
Devil
off-
May Cry based off books?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. Dante's Inferno.
That's off the book, right? Like,
Yeah, Dante's Inferno technically.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Zelda, Legend of Zelda has some roots in like ancient story.
Far
Okay,
Cry?
I mean, like, what game doesn't really have roots in some sort
Far
of
Cry
like,
is a
culture?
That's
book.
fair.
Far Cry is
Yeah.
a book? What? Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Wow.
Really? The whole
That's-
genetic like mutation thing?
It's like, do you know how
That's news to
many
me.
like sci-fi franchises Dune has inspired? Probably.
I forgot Far Cry had like mutants in the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
Okay.
Game's gone places.
A lot of places. You know, it's
Yeah.
gone from Africa to some like South
where we at?
American island, where the hell 3 takes place, to the Himalayas, to Montana,
Yeah.
to Montana,
Weird.
and then post
Now
Nuke
the
Montana.
apocalypse.
Yeah, post
Yeah,
Nuke
we've
Montana.
made a full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's the,
hopefully they give up.
There's the
I
Middle
really
Earth
don't like
Shadow
Far Cry
series.
games.
There's what?
Ouch. That's true. Middle Earth.
Oh,
kinda
Yeah.
have
yeah,
it.
technically.
In that
Stuff.
case, I feel like the Lord of the Rings universe kind of overshadowed games, but
Well, he had a bunch of Lord of Shadow. Yeah, Lord of the Rings games. I forgot about that.
Oh,
yeah, sure.
I remember playing the
Um,
Lord of the Rings MMO when that was a thing. It was bad.
And-
Oh
though.
yeah, that was a thing.
It was bad.
There was a
It was
there
bad.
was-
I thought I had a friend who liked it for some
Okay.
reason. I didn't know.
Matrix MMO.
For some reason.
Oh, I played that.
Yes, I'm
I
aware
played
of that.
Matrix Online.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
I had no
God.
idea what I was doing.
So much lost potential with that one though.
Oh, do you guys know that? That really old Hitchhikers to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy text adventure
Yeah.
game.
Oh,
That's
that's
a really old one.
That entire
Yeah,
book
yeah.
is a text adventure, honestly.
Kind of.
I mean, it's a journey.
Definitely, yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Anyway, I
Okay,
don't know. I find those
Ghost
kind
Recon.
of license. Yeah, Ghost Recon. I find that kind of stuff.
Let's move on. Breakpoint looks pretty good, actually. May consider
Yeah.
picking it up.
I'm kind of excited for it. It looks cool, actually.
I'm happy that was Gunsmith in Wildlands.
Gunsmith,
Yeah, the Gunsmith thing was that in Wildlands?
like the whole attachment stuff.
Yeah.
I think there was somewhat. I haven't played Wildlands in like a year or something like that, so I can't remember.
mhm.
All right. Oh, okay. I will be.
But I remember it being like hard. Like you get like one gun and unlocked another gun. It was like kind of funky.
Yeah, okay,
You
fair.
didn't get the progression like for like guns was like
Mm.
kind of slow-ish. Like I was like, oh, I unlocked a sniper rifle. That's the sniper rifle I have now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody weird, like completely kind of off track, but did anybody get into the Sniper Elite?
I like that game.
Sniper
Yeah.
Elite?
I have 3 lying around somewhere,
Mm.
and then I think
So there was Sniper Elite, and what was the other one? Sniper
Ghost
Warrior. Ghost
Warrior. That game's not good. I'm pretty sure. That game
I'm not sure.
is bad.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed them. Like, I think I played the latest Ghost Warrior. I think it was.
Mhm.
I kind of enjoyed it. It was open world,
Oh, okay.
but it was like very, like you'd shoot one guy and then you'd run 20 kilometers one way for like
Yeah.
an hour, and then you get to another destination. And it was just kind of very like,
Slow.
slow and kind of samey in a sense.
Sure. Oh yeah.
It wasn't
this-
that bad though.
Yeah, new Ghost Recon looks like they're actually gonna be able to do stealth this time around. Like
Mhm.
the other game, I feel like as soon as you shot somebody, it was like everyone.
Alert.
Yeah, like everyone knew where
Yeah.
you were, and it was kind of like, well, that's no fun. And
Yeah.
just around.
That's what's like in Uncharted. I know that much. Whenever
Oh,
you're trying to do any sort of stealth.
Uncharted
little different.
4, it changes it up a little bit. Like there is
Really?
a little more.
Okay.
There's a little more stuff. You can stealth through some sections in Uncharted 4.
Okay.
But yeah, it usually just turns into an all-out firefight.
Uncharted.
There's-
That's the point, though. Say what?
Uncharted 4.
Well, yeah, we went places, man.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There was one game, I can't remember what it was, or it was something else, where you'd be behind a guy, you'd strangle him, kind of a stealthy kind of game, and then nobody else was around, but then all of a sudden it'd be like alert, and everybody would know where you were.
Mhm.
And even though nobody saw you, it was really like not well done at all. I can't remember
Stealth
what it was.
is hard to do in any sort of video game. It can be tough. I feel like Sekiro does it really well, actually.
No,
you
I
can
don't-
break,
I
you
don't
can
think so.
break the game a little bit with the stuff.
Well, you can break it. Well, I think that's good. I don't know. I like that. I like that you're able
Okay.
to do that.
Fair enough.
It offers another option. I don't know.
But like it's not stealth when I run away and like hide in a bush and then the guy just like resets.
Breaks
and then I
aggro, and then you go up and bats down.
That's
and
fair.
cleared all the
That's
ads
fair.
around him.
That's just like
yeah.
kind of, I mean, cheesing a little bit, but whatever.
Okay.
Sure.
You know what? That's clever use of game mechanics. You know what else is clever use of game mechanics? Paying your way to win. Although some
Yes.
senator wants to stop that. Anthony, go.
Yes.
Anthony, go.
So I'll read from the article. This is .com.au, mind you. Senator Josh Hawley, R-MO, whatever that means. I'm a great person to be
Senator from
discussing
Missouri.
this.
Okay. Yeah. Senator.
Republican.
I'm a
Yeah.
great person to be discussing this because I have no idea about American politics, so that's awesome. Today, so this was written in 9th of May. Today announced a bill that would ban loot boxes and pay-to-win microtransactions in games played by minors. A broad label. The senator will include both games designed for kids under 18 and games whose developers knowingly allow minor players to engage in microtransactions.
So like every game.
Every
ever?
game,
All right, looks like we're getting M-rated Madden. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Harley will introduce the bill, the Protecting Children from Abusive Games Act, great name I must say, to the US Senate soon. In press materials announcing the bill, Harley's team brought up the Activision game Candy Crush as an egregious example of pay-to-win microtransactions.
Egregious.
Thanks to its $214 luscious bundle that comes with a whole bunch of goodies. This bill will also likely apply to Fortnite, the biggest game in the world, along with a host of other, although that's not really pay to win, but anyway, other online games that feature loot boxes and other ways in which players can spend money for real benefits. And then this article's nearly finished, I'll just read his quote. When a game is designed for kids, game developers shouldn't be allowed to monetize addiction, Harley said in a press release. And when kids play games designed for adults, they should be walled off from compulsory microtransactions. Game developers who knowingly exploit children should face legal consequences.
You know what? Get your kids into UDO so they don't have money to buy drugs. Okay.
Yeah, or Magic or whatever.
Yeah, or like Pokemon.
Yeah.
This
This is weird. This
any
is a
more
weird
to it,
deal.
Anthony? Any more to it, Anthony?
Is there anything else?
I'll just finish this last bit off. Last fall, the Federal Trade Commission investigate loot box following a letter from Senator Maggie Hansen, D/-NH. What's that?
Democrat, New Hampshire. It's just like it's political party designation and then the abbreviation of the state that they're from.
Yeah.
Yep.
That she wrote in the wake of 2016 string of games featuring heavy usage of transactions such as Middle-earth, Shadow of War, and Star Wars Battlefront 2. So it's been kind of an ongoing thing. But looks like they're finally doing something about it. So what do we think about governments being involved with our games?
I don't know.
Battlefront
I don't know,
2 2017 was I do not see a rating for it.
That was T, I assume.
Was it? Okay.
I mean,
here.
you're shooting people and stuff.
Please no autoplay video. Please no autoplay video. No? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's rated teen. Okay. Yeah, so my point about this, I think it's good. I think it's fine. I don't have any problem if they want to try and regulate this. I think the hardest hurdle this has to overcome is what constitutes a game regulated for, or it's like designed for kids, you know? I'd imagine they might go off rating, but at the same time, online interactions are not rated by the ESRB, which is why, you know, I can get killed and teabagged by a racist third grader in Halo 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, what really, how are they defining game for kids, you know? Candy Crush, okay, that's a little bit more cut and obvious, you know?
To try and kind of answer your question, they're using games like as examples, like Overwatch, FIFA, Apex Legends. They're obviously rated teen or something, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, T at least.
Okay.
I don't know
I
about
guess-
FIFA, but
Yeah, FIFA is E, I
FIFA's
think,
like
so.
G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess the way that I'd have to go about it is like change the ratings on these games. Maybe. I don't know,
Well-
but then they'd have to get ESRB approved.
Well, no, what the way they'll probably do is like they'll probably say it's like if your game has this certain rating, whatever, it can't have this monetization to it. You know, so Yeah. I don't want to say the biggest loser here, but the biggest loser, so to speak, in terms of like if this would go through and ban, would be EA. You know, a little less than half of EA's profits comes from FIFA alone, which is kind of insane to think about. And I mean, if they need to regulate, you know, loot boxes or, you know, microtransactions and everything, then that
Blizzard made a report last year that a good big chunk of their annual income is coming from Overwatch microtransactions. So yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, I feel like it comes down to the consumer. It comes down to the parents of these kids, kind of, I don't know, enforcing that it's not okay just to spend money left and right. I don't know if it's necessary for government involvement in this sort of stuff, because whenever you have that happen, there's all these caveats that can come in place, and ultimately, I think it ends up being more of a hindrance than anything.
That's
like
a fair point, but I think we're kind of taking the whole moniker of children's game just a little bit too literally. And because I mean, how many adults play Fortnite? You know, how many adults play Apex Legends? And I mean,
Super Mario Odyssey.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, how many adults play FIFA? You know, and it's just like, you know, adults can have and, you know, people younger than adults too, can have a psychological gambling problem, you know, that's like legitimate in their psyche and not just, oh, I'm irresponsible with money necessarily. So
I think kind of over here we have the whole gambling situation where, you know, if you've got gambling, then you can go and get help for it and all that kind of stuff. I think they really need to kind of approach it in the same way, in a sense where there's an option if you've got a problem where you're spending too much money online or whatever, then you can kind of go somewhere and get help for it in a sense, or have like a wall in a sense that you can enforce, that you can get in contact with whoever and they just put a wall over everything, so then you as a user can't access it. I mean, government. I kind of feel like government involvement. Once you open the door to one thing, then what are they gonna kind of start restricting next? In a sense,
that's fair. This is so weird. I'm usually the guy to say less government involvement and stuff, but with this, I'm okay with. You know, and it's mostly, it just mostly comes down to it's just like, I view it from the very like mental illness perspective of an actual gambling addiction, and I mean so much of that is like admitting you need help in the first place or you have a problem in the first place. A lot of people will have this and don't know until, you know, the consequences are way too far gone or whatever, you know. It's like so yeah, that's the big thing where it's like, I'm not certain on self-regulation is certain on this, you know, is like a good way forward necessarily.
It's like, it's kind of like any addiction really, you kind of can open the door any which way, so self-regulation may not work that well.
Okay.
Well, ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't really think that's I don't know. I don't think that this one person's gambling addiction isn't this senator's concern. Like that. I mean, if they want to spend all their money on something, fine. I mean, that's something I think should be.
It's America. You can waste your money if you want to.
I mean, you can, right? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there should be something that's somewhat self-imposed by the games industry, right? Back in like early late 90s, the ESRB was put in place not by the government themselves, although with strong implications from the government. But a bunch of people in the video game industry ended up just kind of creating it. It's a non-for-profit organization. Technically, you don't have to get an ESRB rating. It's strongly suggested. Otherwise, you're not really going to get sold to stores. But it's not a government-mandated thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's something in place similar to that. I feel like that would be going a safer route than if it were forced, I guess. That's all. That's all I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Andrew, what do you think?
Well, didn't they ban some loot boxy stuff over in like
Belgium?
Was it Belgium?
Yeah, it was Belgium.
So I'm assuming they're trying to take like that kind of approach to this as well.
Yep.
But they also say like pay to win. Didn't they or no?
Yes, like, that's part of it, which I'm not sure how they're like. We're not certain how they're doing pay to win. So.
Yeah.
I mean, Fortnite doesn't have pay to win in it.
A lot of games these days don't really have pay to win anymore.
Right.
Like people have learned that's not what people want. For the most part.
Hold on.
I don't think pay to win is their main thing. I think they're just saying add pay to win content kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like you think about when it comes to kids, like obviously some kids don't have a concept of money. Like I press the button and it just happens, right? Or like
Yeah,
Or
that's what parental controls are for, right?
Well, right, yeah, or like the games like do something weird, like, hey, you're out of this, come here, and you don't realize it, and your kids just like, oh yeah, of course I want to do that now, and they press the button and it works. So I think it comes down just to more to like the services having a better regulation on it, most likely, like PlayStation, and they have parental controls and stuff.
But how do you enforce parental control?
You can't
on a 16-year-old kid or something like.
You can't. You could. Yeah, on a 16.
Ethan, I just realized you're like 17, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, because obviously those kids are smart enough to figure that out and everything.
If they're smart enough to figure it out, but they're not doing it anyway.
But then they're like, oh, it's dad's credit card.
What's this? Yeah. Then you're. Well, I was just saying, like, I think it comes down to the platform holders to have a better regulation on it, and like having the parental controls maybe more in front of everybody, so they can.
That's fair.
Deal with like the kid stuff, Okay. And then the adult stuff, obviously, that's maybe you need to have a lock on your account. Don't put your credit card in or whatever. You just gotta. It's self-regulation. I think is something.
I think that's the biggest key here, to be frank. I mean, yeah, of course, a 16-year-old kid can go and spend hundreds of dollars on his credit card. That doesn't mean that it's the company's fault. That doesn't mean it's the game developer's fault. It's the kid's fault. And if you're trying to find ways to prevent him from doing that, that's not anyone's fault except for the fact that the parents raised a bad kid.
The big thing
I don't know
to me,
another
though,
good way to put
is
it.
like the big thing to me is the psychological addiction factor that affects people. That's the thing. It's like it's something that's like regardless of behavioral upbringing or something.
Right.
And this is something that can develop later in life also too. I was thinking about this a little bit there when I was stepping away for the phone for a second, but there's actually very few children's games this would affect. I mean, I don't necessarily speak to the mobile sphere of games because I'm super out of that whole thing. But okay, let's look at like Fortnite. Okay, possibly the prime example. That does, as far as I'm aware, I don't think that has loot boxes in it.
0 loot boxes.
Okay, and there's nothing pay to win in it, so this isn't going to be affected by that bill. I don't think I don't think Fortnite has a problem with whales though, so I'm not sure. But
I mean,
more than anything, it applies to mobile games, right? I mean, that's
Fortnite is on mobile as well, so
yeah.
Well, right. Well, but primarily mobile games are very, very centered around pay to win. If you go to Clash of Clans, like they're going to force you. They're going to enforce that on you. Super pay to win. I used to be pretty into that one. But it's definitely pay to win.
I like this just because it bans pay to win stuff, and it's like just to me that's so cheap. It's just like pay to win. Screw that as an option.
I mean, most games that are pay to win usually are just bad.
Yeah. I eat Clash of Clans.
I mean, Clash of Clans is like a good game, like conceptually, right?
Yeah.
But then it's bad because you get to a certain point and it's pay to win, and then it's just garbage.
Yeah, so exactly. I mean, if we need a law saying no pay to win allowed in games, then that's fine, in my opinion.
I mean, whatever.
I hate that. Yeah.
Also, I think with this whole the whole use of kids games, they're talking about games that appeal to people under 18. So that is like 90% of games out there. Like every, like Battlefront, Fortnite, all that kind of stuff. Sure, Fortnite doesn't have loot boxes, but
the thing is, though, it's like based on the examples that they have in the bill and everything, is like, or what I assume comes from the bill that the article mentioned or recited, is like these are all games that are not rated M. These are like T and below. So it's
so
like,
what does? Maybe this is a thing on my phone. What does M mean?
17 and up.
Yeah, you have to be 17 in order to purchase it.
Yeah. 17.
Okay. So they would.
Yeah. So it's like this wouldn't affect like Call of Duty. This wouldn't affect Call of Duty. This wouldn't affect. Are there loot boxes in Destiny? I don't think so.
I don't think.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yes, there are.
Okay.
I believe there are.
Okay.
Yeah, there are.
This wouldn't affect Destiny. This wouldn't affect Battlefield. This wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah. This wouldn't affect. This wouldn't affect a lot of popular games that underage kids or like considered underage on the rating system play anyway. I think is the point.
Well, if they're holding to the whole 18, you got to be games that appeal to people under 18. Even M games would still appeal to people under 18 because you got to be over 17 to do it. So I think they'd have to kind of bring the age down to 17 maybe to cut out those M-rated games.
Right.
But then 18 is the legal age for at least
Yeah.
over here. You know,
No,
for
it's the same
driving,
over here.
drinking, all that kind of stuff. So
The adult stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think I don't know how necessary this is because the games industry has kind of already worked itself into a comfortable position where most stuff that you have to pay for, most loot boxes, are purely cosmetic. I think we've worked ourselves into a good position where people just kind of expect that, and companies expect to never have to incorporate pay to win stuff unless if you're mobile.
I think
I think we're already at a safe spot.
I think that's a good point also. Yeah, it's been a while since I've ever even heard of like a pay-to-win loot box system.
Well, nowadays EA actually uses that as kind of a buzzword in a lot of their marketing. They'll say, "Oh,
They
and
invented it.
this is not pay to win,
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
that it shouldn't have been in the first place."
Right. I mean,
Yeah, like, what was it, Borderlands 3? And there's no microtransactions.
Oh god, this
You know, so I mean, that's like a buzzword that the people use now.
It
Is like
is.
there are none of these, but
uh,
whatever. Like
Okay.
microtransactions aren't inherently bad.
right,
So-
exactly. Yeah.
Whatever.
I just think it's when you add the gambling aspect to it, especially if
Sure.
it is a pay-to-win loot box, is where you get the problem of it, because then you start getting into actual psychology. So,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to open those packs up and see
Yeah.
flashing colors and stuff. And,
it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys know me. I spend like $80 a year on Overwatch loot boxes, you know? Trying to get the latest Mercy skins.
one skin.
Yeah, trying to get the latest Mercy skins, okay?
Taylor, let me ask,
Mercy Man, by
how
the
much money do you think you've spent on World of Warcraft subscription?
oh, it's paying for a service. so it's a
Yeah,
little
let's
different.
see.
That's a little different.
500
I
plus.
played that game for 11 years, so 11 times 12, that's 132 times 15, 1980 plus, let's see, plus 60 for that expansion, 60 for Cataclysm, MOP, WAD, I regret buying that.
I mean, my point is that
Legion,
video games are already an
Yeah.
expensive hobby.
BFA.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
That's like $2,340 over the course
Exactly.
of 11 years,
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
which is
Could be
$212
worse.
per year.
That's
could be worse.
not bad at all.
Yeah.
But the point still remains that video games can be an expensive hobby.
Yes, they
Yes,
are expensive.
They
I mean,
are.
they're-
No, they
Yes.
are an expensive hobby. It's like,
Yes, yeah.
no doubt
I
about
have
it. Yeah.
boxes of games here, and if I spend $60 on each one of them, it'd be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. People have come to expect that if you're already going out and spending $60 on a new game or something, then I mean, if the government wants to classify that as addiction or that as some form of gambling,
They
I don't
tried
know.
it, didn't they?
Yeah,
they
there's
tried
one
it
point.
at some point. I don't. This is I don't know. This to me is just like there's already hard set what is constitutes gambling addiction, you know, and what
Yeah.
regulations are in place for that. So that's my whole approach on this. But you know what? Interested in hearing what the audience thinks. So if you're listening to this
Yes,
after the fact, hit us
absolutely.
up on the community Discord for this. And the last point I want to make about this is it's like more to Ethan's earlier point about the industry moving away from it is like I don't know, we're starting to see loot boxes go by the wayside anyway, right? I mean, how many new up and coming games do we have that are doing like these pass systems like Fortnite does, right? It's like we saw PUBG
Yeah, those are
adopt
good.
it. We got and I'm fine
Yeah.
with these. We got Apex Legends adopt it now too. So yeah.
seasons is what they're called. They're good. They're
Yeah,
good.
seasons are good.
Good alternative.
Yeah.
I'm sure more games will come up with that stuff. I would be surprised if Rainbow Six didn't come up with something like that soon.
Yeah, Rainbow Six is like loot box system is really tapped on, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean it was also like 2015, right? So.
That was a fairly recent ad. I don't think they added that to like 2017 or so.
Oh
I'm not
really?
sure.
The alpha packs? Oh.
Yeah, the Alphabets. I think those are new. Or somewhat newish. 2017 was 2 years ago. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, and then that's not it. Speaking of spending money on games, can you imagine paying for an online service in 2019? Man, it's amazing being part of the PCMR, but people have to suffer through it anyway.
So, pick up from there. So I've now lost. Here we go. I need to open these just to convert pounds to USD and all that kind of stuff. This is very short news, so it's nothing major. Basically, Microsoft is upping the Xbox Gold membership price. It's already happened the 8th of May. They've upped it by 25% per year. So instead of it being $39.99, that's pounds, of course, it's now $49.99. Now converting that to US, it is now going to be $63.68 US for a year's worth of gold membership, and
Oof.
for Australian, it is $90.
Oof.
So
Yikes.
that's basically it. That's all the news that it is, really. So, I mean, do we think, online services for consoles and whatnot need to be upped, or are they good where they are? Is Microsoft getting enough money as it is?
I
The
think
Xbox subscription deal kind of confuses me a little because you got your Game Pass, you got your Gold. Is Xbox Live a thing anymore? I guess that's
that's
Xbox
part
Yeah,
of
so,
gold.
Live.
so
okay.
Xbox Gold is Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's
I don't have an
games with
Xbox, you can probably
gold,
tell.
which is
Which
like a
is
benefit
included
of
in
having
the-
Xbox
Okay.
Live Gold. And then you have the
Yeah.
Game Pass, which is a separate
Yeah.
subscription service.
Right.
$10 a
Okay.
month.
Yeah.
If you were to pay for all the Xbox related subscription stuff, I want to know how much would that cost you a year?
120 plus however much gold subscription costs.
Yeah.
69. So
Okay.
120 plus 69.
So about $200 or
It's
so.
like roughly 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yee.
There you go. You can pay that
Which
on
is
Microsoft,
about what I
or you can
spend
pay
on
it
World of
WoW.
Warcraft per year.
Which isn't that bad. Yeah.
Which is about what I spent on World of Warcraft per year.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. On a single game.
No.
No, but that's like double the price of Amazon Prime. I don't know. That's a
Good
that's
way
a
of
bit of
thinking
an
about
asking
it.
price.
I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
everything's just raising their prices now, right?
Oh.
Like,
It's
just
fair. It's a good
how
point.
the subscriptions are going to go until
I need to.
people
Yeah,
find the ones they really, really think they need, and then the other ones die off because it's just too expensive.
sure, that's fair. To be fair, I mean, Xbox Game Pass at the very minimum is definitely making good on its promise. I think
That seems like
yeah.
worth it. Like,
Oh
the
yeah,
Game Pass
yeah,
seems worth
definitely.
Games Pass, yeah. It's
Yeah, I
I,
don't know.
wish it was on PC.
it. Okay.
That would be nice. Yeah.
So I about like if it's just an online service, what I care about. I think the Switch at $20 a year is pretty solid value.
Oh yeah, you can get a free year of that too if you have Twitch Prime, by the way.
If
Yeah.
if anything, I wish that actually costed more, so we could get better features. But yeah, for the price it's at right now, $20 a year. That's
It's hard to
pennies.
beat that, right? You know. Yeah.
I mean, like
It's-
like you said, it doesn't do anything
Yeah.
besides let you play online.
What's Sony's alternative to
PS Plus.
PS
and
Plus.
that's,
PS Plus.
It's
And they do
actually
pretty good on
expensive.
that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
$60 a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're constantly giving out the game or two a month, and they're
A couple
usually pretty-
games.
Yeah, solid deal.
I honestly
Not
think
bad.
like $60 annually is fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. That's like a game a year, right?
Mhm.
It's like,
And
or it's
you
like-
probably get that
it's
if
a new
you're-
game.
Yeah, you probably get that much in games for free. Look, free.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so
Something
So,
along
yeah,
those
I don't know.
lines,
I think the prices are fine, honestly.
So
I think it's fine.
63 US it'll be for
Okay.
Xbox
Okay.
Live Gold.
That's a brand new
for me-
game plus tax. Sorry.
it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, for
Okay.
me, you get if you've got Xbox Live Gold. I keep going to call it games with gold for some reason.
Yeah.
You also get 4 games a month as
Okay.
well, which is I reckon is really good. I reckon, for goodness sake, Nintendo needs to do that. Get their
Yeah.
blinking online service
Well, they
sorted
have
out.
NES stuff.
Great. I don't play any stuff.
I
want,
have been
you know,
enjoying Metroid.
I want good. I
on
want
the
good
Switch.
blinking Nintendo.
The original Metroid. Taylor, you've been playing the original Metroid?
Yeah, Metroid on the Switch. It's fun. Yeah.
Also, they have there's original Zelda on there. So
I like
You
that.
can play
Yeah.
Zelda with cheats. You can play Zelda with cheats.
Yeah,
that's
that's fun.
That's a cool.
there's a lot going
I
on.
really feel $90 a year Australian is way too much. I liked the whole 70. I think it was 73 or something that they had at once, or 75.
Mhm.
I reckon that price was really good. But I mean, for them to have upped it a bit, I think it's kind of worth it because you're getting the 4 games with gold, you're getting online service, and
Yeah.
a bunch of other stuff as well. So it's not that bad.
Pays for itself.
You're okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. So online prices,
Yes.
decent, except in Australia.
Yes,
All right.
but there's also something that you're gonna have to pay to play offline at this point. Specifically,
I
I'm talking
hate
about.
where we're going. Okay.
I mean,
This is Tetris 99, little game that came out for the Switch about a month or two ago.
That's the
I want to
battle
say.
royale Tetris game.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Kind of blew up.
February. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of blew up, which was really surprising to me. Like it got really, really
I
popular
wouldn't-
in a really
you
short
see,
amount.
I'm not surprised at all.
I wouldn't even want to touch that game because, like, there have been these people that have played like Tetris for like 30 years and whatnot. They're just like waiting
Yeah.
for this opportunity. They'll just go into this and just smash everything.
Yeah,
They do. They really
It's
do.
great.
Highest I've ever gotten is like 20th place or something
Okay.
like that. Most of
Yeah.
the time I'll get like 60 or anything.
Yeah, it's like
But,
there are people
anyway,
that play this game for longer than you've been alive. Anyway, sorry.
fair.
Go ahead.
Tetris 99. It was originally probably like, to be honest, the selling point of Switch Online.
That's why I bought it.
Oh yeah, because,
Really?
$20 a
Yeah.
year. I mean, it was popular enough, right, man?
Okay.
But anyway, it came free if you got a Switch Online subscription service. But now they're offering a version that you can pay for. It's $10 where you just play offline against bots or just straight up regular old Tetris. So
Imagine paying $10 to play Tetris in 2019.
it is
Should be free.
a bit of a
You want
And
to know how
just-
much I paid to play Tetris last year?
How much? $20.
$40.
I paid $40 for Tetris Effect.
I
Oh,
asked
God.
my
Once again, it should be free.
Game of the year. So
okay. Tetris Effect is a bit of a different story. I do think Tetris Effect is
Okay.
probably it just for the visual effects alone. Good stuff.
games.
This is a little simpler. Like it reminds me a little more. The Tetris 99 reminds me a little bit more of the Tetris mobile game, which is like, all right, fine. But yeah, I don't know. I $10 is a decent enough point. I think the better point would have maybe like 5 or so for something
Oh,
as I don't know.
I will pay for this game.
Dude, for the love of God, my calculator runs Tetris, okay? Like,
Tetris is such a good game. It's the perfect game.
it's used as a
So-
coding exercise. That and Snake. I'm serious.
I believe you.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
okay.
that's because I
If I
will
get to
say
play
yeah.
Tetris on the go offline, I'm happy.
Okay.
So
Far out.
My
Tetris
Switch-
on calculator is the best
It'd be
ever.
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. Just taking a
And
math
And you can
test.
get it for free.
Just taking a math test. I'm just like boop 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 boop.
But I also can't play against
Doing
99
Tetris.
other people on my calculator.
Well, no, but like, okay, so it's like this one
Okay,
is like
Tetris.
$10 for single player Tetris. You know, it's like, why?
I mean, why? Because people can't, like Ethan said, you can't win against real people, so you gotta try and win against bots. I mean,
That's fair.
you gotta feel
It's
good
good way to
about
practice
yourself.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
I mean,
I don't know. $10 is fine, I guess.
it's not that bad.
It works.
I mean, that's
It's like a
blinking
price of a burrito
$15
here.
now.
I could buy a
Burrito.
burrito. Yes.
Yes.
I live in the Bay Area, right?
Yeah.
It's expensive.
That's
Burrito is
like,
like $10.
that's like a Chipotle
I-
burrito. Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
that's here too. Yeah.
Buy a burrito for $10.
Enchilada.
Have that delicious burrito and then feel bad
It's okay.
a couple hours later, or I could just buy this $99 Tetris thing or whatever $10 Tetris thing and have it forever or whatever forever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Taylor, you should play more Tetris. It is the penultimate puzzle game. It's very
Are
cool.
you sure it's $10 in the US?
That's according to this Game Informer article.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's not Australian? Because it's $9.99 in the Australian.
It says the Tilted Block DLC will be $9.99.
Yeah.
US? Okay, cool. Sure.
I am
Alright,
really
so-
trying to pat my dog. Sorry.
Unless if Mr. Imran Khan is off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which I doubt.
I
but-
doubt it, but yeah.
Stop. Go.
Oh well, yeah, I'll probably get it too. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm being
I'll probably
hypocritical.
get this game.
There was another game that was announced recently, not for the Switch, but for mobile. It's a John Wick mobile strategy game called John Wick Hex, and
Yeah.
it seems kind of crazy. I kind of like the idea though. You'd figure like a John Wick game would be like this crazy, balls to the walls action FPS or something.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like this careful Mario plus Rabbids XCOM strategy game for mobile specifically. Not at all what I expected, but I'm kind of glad it exists.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm a big fan of the arts right off the bat, but
Right, that's fair.
remember
I love
Super has
some
to-
XCOM.
Okay.
So
Little tidbit: this is made by, directed by Mike Bithell.
Okay.
Bithell, okay. Who also directed Thomas Was Alone, which was this really popular platformer from like what?
a long time ago.
Yeah, been a little while, but
It's a PS3,
Anyway.
wasn't it?
I want to say, yeah, probably. It was a long while.
Mhm.
That's all I know. But I'll link to the John Wick Hex trailer in the Twitch chat. Go check that one out. It looks interesting.
Okay.
Hey man, more of John Wick is always cool in my book.
See,
Hey,
Ethan
y'all
is, one
gonna
of the,
see-
is one of the few people that doesn't like that movie.
No, I think it's fine. I think it's good popcorn action filler.
Okay.
I don't know.
Exactly. It was
Yeah.
cool, man. Like they built like, this whole underground like
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, if you're
The lore. I'm into the
The
John
deep
Wick.
lore. Read the deep lore. Read the manga. Okay. Yeah.
If you were to ask me, if you were to tell me to go watch an action movie and you gave me the option between like Blade Runner or Indiana Jones or friggin' John Wick, I would choose the first two any other day because it actually has like a decent enough story.
I don't know,
I
to
don't
be
know.
fair, I could occasionally do some. I can feel some Raiders of the Lost Ark any day, you know.
Heck yeah.
Or I really
Heck yeah, my dude.
I put Snowpiercer on the other day and realized, like, man, this is a good film. I forgot how good this film is.
Nice.
And I just watched the whole thing.
Okay.
It was bad idea.
Pretty great.
The older James Bond movies are good for that as well, like just popcorn action. You know? Thunderbolt or whatever, Thunderbreaker, whatever. The Thunder one is good. I like that.
Have you guys seen The Raid? I've
Yes,
seen
I've seen the
first
Raid.
one.
It's really good. I like
I
it.
haven't seen the second one yet.
Okay. They made it. Oh, yeah.
I have seen none of these movies, by the way.
Okay. That's why you're petting your cat.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
Alright.
relaxing, you know.
Action does not mean adventure, to be fair. Okay, also true. Usually adventure.
Also, like the Dread movie, the new Dread movie from a couple years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
So good.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Okay. I'm not a huge fan of XCOM style of games because nothing beats like shoving a shotgun down an alien's throat and still missing the shot.
That's why
Love
you
it.
just reload it. I'm
Okay.
gonna
That's
be
fair.
honest. That's what I do.
Okay.
I cheat, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
I cheated myself, and not only myself, I cheated the game.
You didn't grow. You didn't improve.
I
You
learned
scored
nothing.
a hollow victory. Nothing more. Nothing less.
It said that you do not know the difference.
Yep. All right. Excellent. Anything else to say about the mobile strategy game for John Wick?
Is
I
it
just
mobile?
posted this. Yes, mobile
Oh.
specifically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how a mobile priced game like this will fare.
Okay. What do you mean?
You know, like people don't buy games on mobile.
Oh yeah.
Is it on Android and iOS?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Or is it just on iOS or whatever?
Actually, I think I may have been totally and completely wrong on that. It's coming to the Epic Games Store.
Epic Game Store right here in the trailer.
There it is.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Yes.
Okay.
Not
100% bad.
not a mobile game at all.
No, no.
Oh. Then okay.
What?
Why do I have in the doc John Wick mobile strategy game?
It's been like your mobile.
sorry. That's my bad.
moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna haul my desktop around and play this game. Make it mobile.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
That's my bad, guys.
It's okay.
Idea.
I'm not actually gonna say that. Okay. Well, fine.
Anyway.
Fine. Epic exclusive. Automatic F. Okay.
I think it's yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it'll probably come
I
out.
mean, that makes sense if like Fortnite has the deal with John Wick or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it'll probably end up coming to PS4 instead. But
Just censor the chat now. Okay.
No,
what happened?
to
What did I
correct
miss?
himself.
Wait, what?
This is a Christian podcast, sir.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
no
All right.
cursing.
Ban that guy.
Man, that guy.
Don't ban him.
No, should do it.
But you should probably ban him.
Okay.
Taylor, speaking of Christian games, there's
You know what game is a super Christian game? Modern Warfare 2 and 1 and 3. And I have been super on the Modern Warfare 4 unannounced, technically hype train anyway. So,
why did you say Modern Warfare 2 and 1?
because Modern Warfare 2 is like one of the greatest games of all time, especially from like
As we made clear in the FPS,
yeah,
FPS
it's
list
one of the
article.
greatest. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know why. Oh, I remember why these. Okay, this week has been super weird for me. So as I previously mentioned, like my sleep schedule has been screwed up. So it's like I've been awake until like 2 or 3 in the morning most nights now. And so it's like part of that has to do with like a shift in schedule at work as well as not having classes in the morning. So F in the chat, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, this was like Tuesday night or so, Monday or Tuesday night or so. Not only was the Pro Jared thing going on, like,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like I was awake for that as that was happening too, which is kind of fun to experience. But also, Robert Bowling, the former creative strategist at Infinity Ward when they were at their peak era, you know, the Modern Warfare 2 and 3 days and everything, Well, he put out an interesting set of tweets, and I did write an article about this. You know, check it out. I think it's one of the latest articles we have up on the site right now. But yeah, first video was basically a screenshot referencing, or a picture referencing characters from Modern Warfare. It had Soap, Captain Price, Sandman, and Ghost. And yeah, it was just Johnny Cash song was playing over some radio communications, so you can hear it possibly in game. I don't know. It hasn't quite been confirmed whether or not those are actually in a game yet, or if they're upcoming maybe. And then about an hour after that, he tweeted out a second video, which spoiler alert for a 10-year-old game now. Where when Ghost, he's tweeted out a video where it's the scene where Ghost dies in Modern Warfare 2. And overlaid over it is Captain Price's For the Record speech from the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, along with more like radio communications in the background. And so, yeah. And then he tweeted himself, this was tweeted an older picture of himself. This was at the Modern Warfare 3 reveal event, it looks like. And, he was wearing a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 shirt. Beneath the Call of Duty logo, there's MW, and then there should be a number there. He photoshopped, pretty hastily too, photoshopped the number out of the shirt. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then he tweeted himself taking a selfie in front of someone costumed as the character Ghost.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he's been teasing something. And then we get news over from GameSpot is reporting that Infinity Ward picked up a lot of the original guys from the Modern Warfare series who had either left Infinity Ward in the year subsequent and everything. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
seems like
they're
all signs are pointing to a new one.
Yeah, they're teasing something. I hope it's Modern Warfare 4. At the very least, what Robert Bowling is teasing seems to make me believe we're probably getting a Modern Warfare 2 remake.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, the golden trio would be Modern Warfare 4 with a Modern Warfare 2 remake. And that'd be, I would actually buy Call of Duty for the first time in like, when did Ghost come out? 6 years ago? Yeah. That.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I have a prediction that it's going to be Ghost 2 because it's been
Let's see, what
rumored
makes you say that?
Because there's been so much stuff going on, so many rumors and whatnot flying around.
Okay.
Mainly rumors, nothing like absolute or anything. But this is Ghost 2 has been talked about for around 3 or so months now.
Okay.
So that's just my thoughts on it. It might be Modern Warfare 2 remake. I really want to play the first one. But I mean, anything I'm really happy with, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Andrew, I know you enjoyed Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, so would you get excited for a Modern Warfare 4?
I mean, I don't know if I get excited, but I'll play it.
Okay.
It's one of those games, like, Call of Duty comes around, I'm like, yeah, sure, and then I have a great time.
Okay.
Like, I played some Call of Duty last night or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And it was fine. They have a new operator. It's kind of cool. He ran around like with a sword.
Huh?
Kind of fun.
Weeb.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Bringing a sword to a gunfight, that's a bit useless.
It reminds me of like playing as like Luke or whatever in like Battlefront. Like you just like go to third person and then you're like running around and chopping people up. Yeah, but it's fun.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
Okay.
I don't think the story is really anything. Who knows anymore what the stories are in these games. So.
Yeah. Black Ops 3 went way off the rail.
Yeah, I hated that story. I
Yeah,
was
that
back.
was-
I was like actively mad after
Yeah.
after I finished that game. I was just like, yeah,
I was
it's
like,
bad.
what was that? Okay, anyway. Ethan,
Yes, me.
I don't think you ever got to experience the glory days of Modern Warfare 2.
Not at all.
But
no.
let me tell
I
you,
played
they
a-
were amazing.
Okay, all right. I'll take your word for it.
Everyone
I
had
played
a mic.
Yep.
So
The extent of my Call of Duty experience is maybe a couple matches at a friend's house, and I played the Black Ops 4 demo last year with a few of you guys. That was
Yes.
fun. I think more than anything, I'm interested to see where and if they take Battle Royale with this one. Because, if anything, Battle Royale, above any other genre, is a game where you have to have your servers constantly populated with people, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they're going to have a Battle Royale in this game at all. If they just want to try and populate all the people who want to play Battle Royale into one game, one server. That would be that being the blackout mode of Black Ops 4. If they do end up making a modern Battle Royale mode for Modern Warfare 4,
Yeah.
it'll be like the first, to my knowledge, the first sequel battle royale mode. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in saying that?
I mean, it'd just be like a new map, basically.
Yeah.
I mean,
Basically, I
if
suppose.
you look at like PUBG, they've done new maps. Fortnite changes their stuff all
Oh
the
no,
time.
I see what he's saying. He means like
It'd be like the first follow-up, right?
Yeah, it'd be like the first follow-up to an already existing battle royale mode.
Yeah.
I try to see what you're saying.
I don't
Maybe. I don't know.
That's somewhat accurate. It's not like we've gotten a PUBG 2. Although
No.
you could argue that like the
That'd be weird.
standalone PUBG game is like PUBG 2 because
PUBG
you know,
Mobile.
Arma 2 mod, which
Yeah.
is actually good for PUBG. Anyway, sorry.
I just wonder if that's a good idea at all, since they'll probably want to keep all their characters, all their other players in one centralized location for battle royale.
Yeah, that'd be the smart thing. But
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. It's interesting though, because Black Ops 4 at that point will be like a year old, and people won't be wanting to get onto that as quite as much. So
I mean, they sold it separately at one point
Yeah.
that's true.
from the zombie stuff. So
Yeah.
That's a
who
good
knows
point.
if they break it all off and be like a bundle of just
That
like
would-
the blackout modes. You'd have to like, or
Right.
whatever they're gonna call it. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't know, that would honestly be the smarter thing to do, in my opinion. It's just like, your hands are kind of tied because you risk, all right, pulling players away from your current player base.
Yeah.
If you don't have a battle royale mode and people really want battle royale, or if you do ship a battle royale mode but people like the setting, what the hell is that in chat?
Wall
Okay.
of text.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I completely lost my point. Thank you. Yeah. So okay, you run the risk of pulling players away if you don't have a battle royale mode into what would be a year-old game at that point. Okay, battle royale, or if you ship a new battle royale, you risk unless you want to kind of write off that old one, or people just trying to determine, oh, I like the older, or I like that other setting, I like that other game better for a battle royale experience. Then it's like, oh, you're gonna lose a significant portion of your player base just going back to that old battle royale. Because I mean, there's some people. I know a lot of people who like they won't play standard multiplayer anymore. They'll only do battle royale for multiplayer now. Like they love the genre so much.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So.
What if they did like a if they did Modern Warfare? What if they did like buy this game and then kind of buy the DLC for Blackout, but then kind of revert the people back to Black Ops 4 in a sense, like pair it with Modern Warfare 4, but then they're jumping into kind of a separate area for kind of battle royale in a sense. Do you reckon that'd work? So then they're not kind of clogging up multiplayer servers and whatnot on Modern Warfare 4.
Maybe there's a few different ways they can go with this, and the answer is it's going to be whatever will make them the most money.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah.
I could see them kind of splitting it off into its own, like maybe possibly like a free-to-play version, like a I don't know, a consistent one that continues alongside the mainline games. Maybe sort of like how Elder Scrolls does Elder Scrolls Online, as well as Skyrim, and Final Fantasy 14, as well as Final Fantasy 15. I don't know. Maybe
Okay,
maybe
just
that's
like, so it's
something
like
that they'll continue.
have a separate universe for battle royale.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like the best option to me.
They could do.
Okay.
All right. Well, I gotta step out early, guys.
All right.
Thanks for having me on, Ethan. Always good seeing you.
Yes.
problem.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Have a good rest of the pod.
Thank you. I think we're about
Thank you for
done here.
coming.
Enjoy. Have a good one.
Okay. And let me just
Take it
fix
easy,
that
overlay.
overlay real quick.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Delightful.
Excellent. Hide
Um,
that. Okay.
it's gonna be weird to see where they take Battle Royale. Definitely.
Yeah.
I think the whole like different server pairing it with the base game, like if they did Ghost, sort of like I said earlier, I think that's probably the best way they could do it, because then they could kind of keep Black Ops 5 a bit longer, and they could kind of pair Blackout with their other game that they're doing and say, hey, well, if you enjoy Blackout, go and play Black Ops 4. Advertising for that old game, keep it running for a bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put
So-
a good marketing push on it for sure.
Yeah, I think they
Um,
could do that
I
pretty
guess my big opposition point to Ghost 2 is that literally no one wants that or asked for that.
But it's Call of Duty. It's who's working on it? Treyarch.
No,
Is it?
Infinity Ward. This is
Who's-
Infinity Ward.
Infinity Ward, yeah,
Yeah.
true. I always get confused. It's blinking Sledgehammer Games, and Treyarch, and it's Infinity Ward.
Yeah.
Who knows?
whatever this next game ends up being, whether it's Modern Warfare 4 or not, it will be I think it's important to know it will be the second Call of Duty game to be on Battle.net. So
Oh,
that's,
yeah. It's true.
Who
yeah.
did Ghosts?
Infinity Ward.
Okay.
I wonder how.
I think it's that point.
I wonder how the good folks at Blizzard feel about Activision infiltrating their sacred store over there. That's always been
I think it's
Mm.
okay.
weird
Like,
thing to-
I don't know.
I guess I don't know.
It's like
Doesn't make much
there's no way that Blizzard will ever be a separate entity from Activision.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because, like, the way that the hierarchy goes, right? At the top of the tree, you got Vivendi Games, okay?
Yeah.
Vivendi Games owns Activision Blizzard. Activision
Right.
Blizzard owns two subsidiaries, Activision and Blizzard, that are separate from Activision Blizzard, but are owned by Activision Blizzard.
And neither of them work at all in similar ways to the other one because Activision is out games year after year after year, and Blizzard spends super long times on their game.
Which is a point of contention to the greater parent companies.
It definitely is, and in fact, I think there is some form of rivalry between the companies. I feel because back whenever they were deciding what the joint company name was going to be, I think Blizzard was fighting to have it be Blizzard Activision instead of Activision Blizzard. So
You think it was that petty?
I just imagine that they're constantly having they're launching these grenades from one
Okay.
campus to the other. I don't know. In my head canon.
Okay.
War of the game
Fair
development.
enough.
Fair enough, yeah. All right. So, yeah, I'm super on board. The unannounced Modern Warfare 4 hype train. I will say this is the latest into a year that we've ever gone without the next Call of Duty being leaked. So,
Yeah. It's interesting.
yeah. So,
What time? Those games usually come out with like October.
October, November-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
They're usually like teased in May, or like late May to like mid-May. And they're usually shown off at E3, usually like a level from the campaign or something. And then, yeah, they released later that year in like October, November. But, yeah, usually we get a leak like April, early May, and we haven't gotten a leak yet. So, damn.
Yearly tradition.
Yeah.
Best
After
game
1
in the
month-
Call of Duty franchise, Infinite Warfare.
No.
Right
Stop.
there.
Stop.
Doing it.
Nobody asked for Infinite Warfare. Nobody wanted Infinite Warfare.
Before
I don't know.
my ears were hit with 120 decibel that he's.
I
was
can
about
go
to say,
louder.
it's it's an annual tradition. You get Apple 1 month, you get the new iPhone 1 month, and you get the new Call of Duty the next month. I
Sure.
suppose.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
It's
Samsung the
tangentially
month
related.
before that.
Yeah.
They did their February event. Yeah,
There
anyway.
you go.
Yeah, alright, so Anthony, anything left to say about Modern Warfare 4? Or lack thereof, or potential?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I didn't like 3, to be honest.
Not many people
I don't
did, it's
think
okay.
anybody did.
No.
So I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm looking forward to seeing how it, like, I'll probably, if I were to pick it up, I'd probably wait a month after it's out to see what reviews are doing and all that kind of stuff. So, if
Okay.
that makes sense.
No, I got you. Just wait and see how it goes. Alright,
Exactly.
cool. Ethan, the glory days of Modern Warfare await you. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. I'm still waiting for the Halo flights on PC, so that's probably what I'm going to be getting into.
Okay. Okay.
Just the concept of the Halo universe, it fascinates me so much more than a military shooter. Again.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love it.
That
We're
would-
gonna be playing Halo Reach and a Modern Warfare game in the same year, and that's gonna be insane. Okay.
Heck yeah.
Like,
Looking forward to it.
you know, like that's insane to think about. Because I remember it's like back in the glory days, Xbox Live, switching between like Reach and Modern Warfare 2 and 3, or Halo 3 before Reach came out. Yeah. So, and then everybody stopped loving Halo after 4. Because he started writing in plot devices for characters. Anyway, that's another discussion for another time. Speaking of, so, a little thing called E3 is coming up. We're like a month out or so, right?
Oh boy.
We'll do predictions, not next week, because not this week either, and not next week because I'll be out of town. But we'll be doing predictions probably the week after that, just kind of before the show starts, if that works for Anthony at least, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old 5 a.m. starts. Let's do it.
Oh, I mean, if we're gonna be there, are you still gonna try and do the whole live stream thing that we did last year?
I don't really know yet.
Okay. Okay.
I might. I don't know. Probably.
All right. Cool. Anyway, so and yeah, unless anyone wants to raise another issue, I think that's gonna do it for us. Anything else they'd like to add?
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
All right. Well, congrats. We're now married to the Power Up podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avengers Endgame has a ton of time plot holes, and I don't want to get into them now.
Yeah. Don't get.
I
I
won't.
still haven't seen it.
You're not going to see it, are you?
No.
Okay.
Just
Let's
watch
see.
it on the movie.
Weathering
Live
with
DVD or
You.
whatever.
Weathering with You comes out in July, and I'm excited. Anyway.
Cool.
Yeah. What games are coming out this next week?
So we have May 13th, which is in 2 days' time. Thea 2, The Shattering is coming to PC. Rage 2. Hey, what?
What's the name of the first game? Sorry.
Thea. Thea.
Thea.
Thea 2.
Thea.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I gotcha.
There was a Thea.
Rage 2 is going to PC, PS4, Xbox One on
What?
May
Wow.
14th.
What?
that came out
Rage
quick.
2? What?
Yeah,
There's
That
been
was
like
quick.
no marketing for that.
I
Yeah.
know.
I thought it was later this fall. Okay.
I saw some ads on Twitter. That's about it.
Nope.
Yeah. Dang.
Okay. Bethesda, what are you
I
doing?
don't know how it's going to go, to be
Okay.
honest. I really don't. Figment is going to PS4 May the 14th. Blades of Time is going to Switch, also on May the 14th. A Plague Tale Innocence, going to PC, PS4, Xbox One on May the 14th as well. I need to get back onto those people. Sniper Elite via V2 Remastered is going to
Ooh.
PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on May the 14th.
Okay.
Darkwood is going to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on May the 14th as well. Rock of Ages 2, Bigger and Bolder is going to Switch on May the 14th. Technosphere Reload is going to PC on May the 15th.
Great.
Mason Grace, Steam Early Access, is going to Rift and Vive on May the 15th. I think is that Road to Gonagong, I think it is. No, Gonadong, I think it is. Steam Early Access, obviously on PC, May the 16th as well. Dark Future Blood Red States is going to PC on May the 16th as well. The Gardens Between Sales going to iOS on May the 16th. We are reviewing that actually. Tubetastic World Splash Fest is going to PC on May the 16th. It sounds like a theme park game, I guess.
Yeah.
Final Assault official launch is going to PC, Rift and Vive on May the 16th. Surviving Mars Green Planet is going to PC, PS4 and Xbox One, also on May the 16th. Castlevania Anniversary Collection is going to PC,
Oh yeah.
PS4, Xbox One and Switch, also on May the 16th. Alt Frequencies is going to PC, Android and iOS, also on May the 16th as well. Our favourite game, Bubsy Paws on Fire, is PC, PS4 and Switch on May the 16th.
Yes. Okay.
So exciting. Irony Curtain going to PC on May the 16th. I guess that's a play on Iron Curtain, I guess? I don't know.
That's not what you said.
I said irony.
Oh,
okay.
irony. Okay.
Okay.
Eden Rising Supremacy is going to PC on May the 17th. Arcane is going to Switch on May the 17th. And this is next week or whatever. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered includes Liberation Remastered is going to Switch on May the 21st. And that's it for this week.
Okay.
The big one that stood out to me was the Castlevania collection. That, for those who are uninitiated, is a collection of the, I believe, first 4 Castlevania games. The ones for the ones for the NES, and then Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. Those were the games before the incredibly revolutionary Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Okay.
They were more, back in the day, they were much more linear, very slow paced. The first Castlevania, in my opinion, the first Castlevania is probably my favorite NES game. It's extremely slow paced, very deliberate platformer where if you jump in one direction, you're not going back. But it's very good. And so,
Fair enough.
Okay.
yeah, Anniversary Collection looks cool.
Hey,
I'll probably pick that one up.
Rage 2. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
All of us.
apparently that's, yeah.
I don't think that's going to be any good, to be honest.
Yeah, they're not marketing it for a reason.
I've got a feeling.
Yeah. Black Eyed Peas still relevant?
Hey, what?
Are the Black Eyed Peas still relevant?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Will I Am. Is it Will I Am?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, he went off on his own.
Okay.
So.
I know he's been.
I hope
been,
it does
like,
okay.
Producing and stuff. I know Fergie had like a solo career that did okay for a while, but I don't think she's been involved in stuff either. No idea what the other two did. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to bring this up during Final Fantasy VII when we were talking about it. The Japanese box art for Final Fantasy is gorgeous. Like, go look it
For
up.
the new one? The new one?
No, just across the series in general. Like, look up the Japanese box art for Final Fantasy. It switches from, like, what you get with 6, and I think they started doing this around 7 or so, but it's just, like, very plain, white background, Final Fantasy, whatever, and then it's just, like, a splash of color and a design.
yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it.
Oh, yeah. The logos? Yeah, the logos for the games. Oh, yeah, those are great.
The box covers are beautiful. The box covers.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, they are.
Okay.
You should, oh gosh, of them, Final Fantasy X has a really gorgeous one, and I like that one. quite a bit. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good reminder.
Yeah, we get shafted in the U.S. when it comes to box arts.
We really do. Have you ever seen the original Mega Man box art before?
I don't want to talk about that. Oh, that's scarring.
It's a beauty. It's a real beauty.
Okay. And I wanted to bring up one more thing, but I forget, so I don't think it's important then. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Real quick. What is your favorite piece of box art? I realize this is a really hard question.
Ever?
I'm asking you on the spot. Yes, just ever.
Dude.
There's some real good
I
stuff
need
out there.
some preparation for
I really like, of the ones that I've seen, I really like the Uncharted 2 box art. The one where Nathan Drake is hanging off the train, about to tumble over the cliff. That's a good one.
this.
Okay. Mario Galaxy 2 has some really good box art. It's just a shot of him and Yoshi riding off to the Kingdom Hearts. I haven't actually played those games before, but I always think that series has some pretty good art on the front.
Yeah. Okay.
Link Between Worlds on 3DS looked really nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Can I give you a top 3?
Okay, go for it.
Or maybe a top 4 at this point. Hold on, let me just refresh my memory of what I'm thinking of. Hold on. I do not. Yeah. Hold on. Fantasy.
I like the Mass Effect 1 box art as well. Not the 2 and 3. Those aren't as good, but the first one I like a lot.
Okay. Oh yeah, that is what I'm thinking of. I'm gonna need to give you like a top 4 here, boss.
Okay, go for it.
The Final Fantasy X Japanese cover.
Okay.
Beautiful looking. I love it. Okay, I love that little trend that they do over there. Okay. Oh man, do I have to add it for? Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, North America.
Oh yeah,
Yes, I was gonna add that.
I think that's fantastic looking. Breath of the Wild NA is up there too.
That's a good one.
I agree with G-Man Films in chat. And then, hold on, let me double check. Okay, no, it's.
That's why I just saw it randomly. That was good.
And then I really like Metal Gear Solid 3's box art.
Yes, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bioshock Infinite has really good box art too.
Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay.
I believe it does.
That's the wrong opinion, sir.
It's the wrong opinion.
Yeah, this is the this is the box art for Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh no,
And I
that's
think
not
it's
good.
really nice. Lionel Hutz. Okay.
Wait, I gotta find out. Box art in video games is like underrated, in my opinion. They.
I too have watched the latest Got the Laws video regarding this subject.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I totally forgot that was a thing that just came out recently.
Yeah.
Secret of Monkey Island. That's got some good box art.
Okay.
What,
Anthony? What?
Just this is hilarious. The original creepy fox doll, not indicative of overall quality.
Okay.
In general.
Well, it looks creepy, so yeah.
That's what we're referring to. We just linked in the chat. In general, I think the Grand Theft Auto series has some cool. I like the collage dioramas that they have on their front. Those are good.
Quality lowered by association because it's a Grand Theft Auto game, though.
I don't get why you don't like this. Oh, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. That has a really gorgeous one that reminds me a lot of the traditional Star Wars cover art on the movies.
What did the Mass Effect 3 cover art look like?
Oh, hey. Doom. Just the original Doom.
Oh,
You can't top that.
fantastic.
Oh, heck yeah.
That was just
That's
that was just like Shepard walking towards you as many years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
They couldn't have done literally anything else. Okay.
Valkyria Chronicles has good box art as well.
Okay. Trying to think.
You know the
I
Left 4
really,
Dead?
I'm sorry. I really like Kingdom Hearts 3's box art as well.
Yeah, that one's
was
good.
Fantastic.
That one's good. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Some other good ones. Oh, have you ever seen the Arkanoid before?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of Arkanoid?
Yes.
That's got some good art.
Okay.
Another
All right.
one
You know what?
idea.
We could go on for like another hour.
We could go on for a long time.
here. Anthony, where can people find you on the internet?
We're
Totally not
I am
padding for
at-
time.
Hey, what?
Nothing. Nothing.
I am at Same Ant-Man on tweeting a little bit now, which is good.
Excellent.
And I run all of the site's social media stuff.
Okay. All right. Cool. Ethan, how about yourself?
I am. I'm usually writing articles with in it. But when I'm not doing that, I am on Twitter at Linkachuchu, LINKACHU. Usually just retweeting random stuff about Pro Jared, but that's about it.
That whole
These days,
thing
anyway.
has been
Yeah.
just.
For our for our listeners, we chose not to speak about that because it's too.
Hello, defamation
too on
lawsuit.
the nose.
Hello, defamation
Yeah.
lawsuit. How are you? Good. How are you? Yeah, like $100,000 legal fees. Yeah, sure. Sounds good, man. Yeah, who's got the? Ain't nobody got money or time for that. Okay.
To be fair, I think he already defamed himself, but
Allegedly. Allegedly. Okay. Okay.
Anyway, yeah. Fun deal. Look it up. Research it yourself.
Okay. All right, you can find me at INFERIUSELLECON on Twitter. Tweet about all sorts of stuff, okay? And then buzz it around the community Discord a little bit. And then, yeah. So that's where you can find me. Yeah, thank you guys. Anything else? No, I think we're good. So, yeah, thanks everyone for watching. And we'll, or at least I won't see you guys, but Anthony will at least see you guys next week.
I'm gonna be all alone.
I assume same time, same place, but it's up to him
I
at
guess
this
so.
point.
Yeah.
So,
We'll work it out. We'll
yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time I'm around.